Hi there, I'm so glad you're here. I'm Melissa Lemon, and it's been a while since I put up a video, and I've been wanting to do this one for a while, and it was Thanksgiving and recovering from Thanksgiving, all the things. So I am happy to be back, excited to be back, and looking forward to January. Just as a reminder, there'll be a new video every day in January to help us get through the darkest, coldest month of the year in the northern climate for a lot of people. So come back for that. And yeah, today I wanted to talk a little bit about why it's important to listen to the messages that our body sends us. So first of all, what are the messages that our bodies send us? Pain is probably, I don't know, just the easiest example I think of a message from your body. Your body will send a message to you in the form of pain. But here is the key. I think if you can learn to listen to the more subtle messages that your body sends to you, it might never get to pain or intense pain. So let's talk a little bit about those subtle body messages. So I've had I call it an almost headache all day today. And that is my body telling me, like, you need to do something or I'm going to turn into a migraine. It's going to get really bad. And I've been ignoring it all day. So that's not good. But I already know what I need and I have a plan after this video. I'm going to go take what I need and hopefully it won't turn into a headache. So some of the more subtle body messages I might experience are maybe an ache or a tingling, or a lot of times I'll feel things in my stomach. So maybe my stomach will fill off a little bit, or my head. You probably have, I think everybody has the areas of their bodies that communicate the loudest or that speak the loudest. And for me, that's probably my head, my stomach, my heart. Actually, I'll feel heartache a lot. And that is really interesting because heartache is an emotion, and I will feel a heartache when I'm not even experiencing heartache myself, if that makes sense. My heart will let me know that something is awry in my environment. So that's something, and this can be really foreign to us, in America, who culturally kind of have this Western model of something's wrong and we have to fix it versus something's right. Your body's communicating with you and all you have to do is listen to it and give it what it needs. And if we can learn to do that, it'll prevent a lot of issues and problems in our lives. So, and as far as energy work goes, it's the same thing. A lot can go wrong in our energy fields. Things can go wrong energetically. Things can go wrong emotionally, and I think going wrong is maybe even the wrong phrase. Things happen on all of the different levels of our bodies. Spiritually, things can happen. Physically, things can happen. And it's just, I feel like our whole lives we're going to be spending figuring out these bodies because they're so complex and so intricate, and they really are just amazing. Even and science is still discovering, we're still making discoveries about the human body. And I just think that's amazing. So I'm going to just talk for a minute about how you can kind of get in tune with your body, because it is kind of foreign in our culture. People, we ask each other, how are you? And we say, I'm fine. And it's honestly something we just don't really learn growing up. I think a lot of parents are kind of shifting and changing that and teaching their kids these things from a young age. But I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and this is not something I learned. Even emotional health was something that was kind of recent when my kids were growing up. And that's great and wonderful, but I think this is even a deeper level. So I think, in childhood, if our kids can do yoga, if they can learn some breathing techniques and exercises, then they'll be all the better, because those are kind of the things that we have to do to be able to get in touch with our bodies. So this is just a really simple mindfulness exercise you can do anytime, and I recommend being in a place that is still and quiet. And I might even say dark so that because I've had this almost headache, the light is kind of irritating me today and a little distracting. So, as minimal stimulus as possible, try to get in that environment. And then just start taking your mind into certain parts of your body. Like you might go to your heart and check in on your heart, but just think what am I feeling in my heart? Is there any pain? Is there any pressure? Is there any tightness? You can go into individual muscles, to individual joints, and you're just going to kind of go in there and take some deep breaths. So picture that in your mind, like you're going in. I'm picturing my right knee right now. Just picture any part of your body maybe that's been communicating with you a little bit, or maybe even that hasn't been communicating. Maybe there's been a silence and you just want to check in. Take some deep breaths. And then you can start to investigate. I would say just ask some very basic questions like, how are you? Is there anything that you need? And just kind of start to pay attention to the answers that come to your mind. And that is one way that you can kind of start getting in tune. And I recommend doing that every day. If you do a little bit of mindfulness practice every day and getting more in tune with your body, then the messages your body is sending you will become more familiar, and it will be easier for you to recognize when something is off before it turns into a more significant problem. Because when we ignore the signals our body sends to us, then the signals start to get louder, and that's when we can start to experience chronic pain, intense pain, be more susceptible to accidents and injuries and things like that. And so I just highly recommend that you start doing that every single day. And quick short video for you today. So I think I'm going to be done and sign off, but thank you for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful holiday season. If I don't have another video before January, we'll see you in January every day. So hope Thanksgiving was great. I hope your Christmas and holiday season is wonderful wherever you are, and just blessings on you and your loved ones and safety. And thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.